Hey, what is going on? How's it going? Man, how's everyone doing? Happy Thursday? Thursday already, man. How's it going? Man, thank you so much, man. Right off the bat, PC Geek, 2 months, dude. Thank you so much. Hey, 10-month stream and the community, keep it up, man. Dude, PC Geek, thank you so much for the resub. 2 months already. And yeah, thank you. Whoa, 2 microphones? That's not good. Oh, I see what's going on. That's probably better. Better? Maybe? Better? Oh, sorry about that. This goes back to what I was just going to apologize for. Sorry. Yeah, something is up, man. I have a not a too complicated of setup, and I made some adjustments last weekend for what's it called? Halloween. And that destroyed everything. My whole entire card just will not appear. So I have to plug in this old card that I have. And when I do that, I don't know, it's picking up my microphone too, so I apologize for that. Probably better. So yeah, sorry about that. Man, so many technical difficulties. Not only this, with something else I'm working on that's right over there. It's kind of driving me crazy. But what I was saying, PC Geek, dude, thank you so much. 2 months sub. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you do too. Thank you so much. Man, let's see here, man. What are you guys up to? Any huge projects going on? Anything coming up this weekend? I know I got something I'm working on that I'm super excited about, but more to come. More to come on that. Home Lab New, first in, man. Stream Hype, how's it going? Takano, heyo. Cypher, hey, what's up, man? Reese, yeah, Reese. No, you weren't first. Home Lab New made it first this time. So how's it going? Cypher, whoa. PC Geek, thank you so much again. Cypher, we must have hit that button at the same time. Yeah, you guys were pretty close there. Pretty close. Yeah, sorry about all the difficulties. I figured out what was, I kind of have an idea what's going on. I know why double mics. Well, I understand. It doesn't make sense. But yeah. Hot mic. I'm glad I didn't say anything bad. I don't normally. If anything, it's just like shoot or darn it or something. But you probably heard me on the keys just like going crazy because I had to like spin up 5 things and figure out what was going wrong with a couple of things. Here, let me adjust the mic so that's a little bit better. Man, yeah, so what's everyone up to? First of all, yeah, sorry about Tuesday. You know, Tuesday was election day. I still feel like today's election day with everything going on. But yeah, I decided to push the stream back to today. And then instead of not having the one today, because I was going to get down to maybe 2 times a week until I can straighten some stuff out. But yeah, apologize about Tuesday. Hopefully you're doing okay. I think Thursday's a good day though. Thursday's it's close to the weekend. Tomorrow's Friday, so it has its own vibe. So yeah, and then then it's the weekend. So what are you guys working on this weekend? Cypher, maybe ping him on Discord. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for looking out for me and making sure that I knew my mic was on. I appreciate that so much. Exor, what's up, man? How's it going? How are you doing? The Soccer Bum, howdy. How's it going? Soccer Bum, long day at work. Yeah, long day of work. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, mine was okay. It went by fast, but yeah, mine started early and ended on time. Usually it starts a little bit later and goes really late, but yeah, it was totally flew by, but really busy. Been working on something that's I don't know. Have you guys ever worked on something that's like taking up multiple days and you're just like, oh my gosh, I should have figured this out by now? That's kind of what's going on with me. But at the same time, I'm like doing a whole bunch of other little things, so I feel like I'm still accomplishing stuff. But man, long days. Let me see here. Let's see, Reese. How do you not have more subs? You actually make a useful Homeland videos. Keep it up. Thanks, Reese. I'm not sure. I think I hit 18,000. I don't know, which to me that seems like a ton. But I just started. I mean, I keep saying I just started YouTube. I started YouTube. My first video was like 10 months ago, so it was this year. But I don't know, close to 18,000 in 10 months. That seems pretty good to me, I think. I'm not sure. I was super stoked about I think the 2,000 or something you need to monetize, and then I was super stoked at 10, and now I'm just like, I don't know what the next one I celebrate at. I know it's probably 100K, but that seems like a long ways away. Anyways, I'll be completely honest with you, and a lot of people say this, and it sounds super cliche, but I don't look at the numbers anymore, and it's weird because when I used to hear people say that to me when I was just starting, I'm like, how can you not? You know what I mean? But I don't anymore. You know, I keep my finger on the pulse, but I'm never just like, oh man, you know, what day am I gonna hit 18 or 19 or 20? I'm just kind of, I don't know, heads down. Maybe it's because I have too many things going on. But anyways, Reese, appreciate that so much. Takano, not gonna use my channel points this stream. Getting at least 10K before spending any. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mixed up the colors though, Takano. You should check it out. You should check out the Tokyo Nights one. It's no, it's not different. I was gonna trick you. Tricking is more than a troll, so I don't want to trick you though. But Homeland Daily, he gets more and more by the week. Yeah. Oh man, these Doritos look so tasty. Oh man. Toastface Grill at Homeland. There we go. All right. Takano, it's the same, man. I was just kidding. Homeland New, can you give points in here? Yeah, oops. Homeland New as channel points? I don't think so. No, you can't give them away. I don't know. They're one of Twitch's newest additions, even though they've been here for a while. I think you just earn them. I think you can earn them. I think if you're a sub or something, there's some kind of multiplier where you earn more. And then there are some things you can unlock that are temporary, and there are some things you can unlock that are custom. And so the custom ones I have are lights, and then the temporary ones I think are additional badges that are modifying emojis or something like that. But yeah, it's just gotta camp out. Toastfish Gorilla, okay, cool. Takano, it's whatever I spent 10K the first day the lights were enabled. Yeah, that was man. I thought that was an okay cost for the lights, but I guess not. That was way too much for sure. Am I still echoing? Was this earlier? Oh, no. I'm getting caught up because I hear a slight echo in mine only because I'm wearing headphones. It's supposed to be real time, but there's a millisecond delay, I think. And then my room is kind of big. Hopefully I'll be fixing some of that stuff soon with sound, but yeah. Let's see here. Now I'm just seeing some of these comments about the announcer. Let's see here. What a tech noob. Totally I am. Totally. It's like, cause I think everything's good to go. And then I go live and I'm like, nothing is good to go. What am I even doing? Oh. Reese, migrating my next cloud to Rancher. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So when you set up Nextcloud, so you already have one. What are you using Nextcloud for? Are you using it mainly for like Dropbox replacement? Are you using that feature? Are you using any of the collaboration plugins with Collabora or something like that gives you kind of the Google Docs kind of experience? Doing anything with voice or chat or just what parts are you using? And I'm also curious how you set it up. Did you set it up using SQLite? Did you go with the MySQL database or something else for persistent storage? Yeah, totally curious. Hey John, what's up? I'm adding RAM to my Proxmox host. Yeah, yes. I hear ya. I feel you on that too. Oh man. Yeah, adding RAM. So how much RAM? How much RAM are you adding? Cause man, I love me some RAM. RAM and hard drive space. Cores, I'm always kind of okay on cores. I feel like I run out of RAM first, and then I'm skimping on disk space with all of my VMs. I'm just like, do you really need 42? You might need 35 or something odd. I don't know. Yeah, That's it. Yeah, I always have a hard time allocating my disk space. I don't know why. I'm just like, are you gonna need 40? Are you gonna need 50 or maybe 60 gigs? Yeah. Yeah, how much do you guys choose for disk storage? Like, what do you choose for, like, if it's an Ubuntu server? Do you give it 20 gigs? Do you give it 40 gigs? Do you give it 60? Do you just then provision it and say it's 80 and just go for it? Same with Windows hosts. Like, I never know exactly how much to give it. I'm just kind of like, I think 40 will do. but sometimes I feel like that's too much. And so I usually thin provision it, but still I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I've never had a good system for it. It's always just like, well, C drive's getting low. I should probably extend it and, extend it in Windows. But yeah, let me know. Hey, Navy Cop. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Cypher. Got my GPU pass-through finally working, so going to test out some gaming with my roommate. Nice. Yeah, what are you guys going to play? Anything sweet? Probably sweet, because it's, well, why wouldn't you play a sweet game if you got all that going? Holy Merc, what's up, man? Buenos noches. How are you? How's it going? Good to see you. BG Tackles IT. BG Tackles IT. Working on some pfSense configuration this week, and it may be trying to deploy a security onion. I don't know. Tell me more about security onion. Tell me more. I don't know enough about that. I need to know more about security onion. Is it? Yeah. Tell me more. I have no idea what it is except for security, which sounds pretty awesome. Soccer Mom, howdy. How's it going? Techno, want to get this light show built. Everything is ready to go. Just need to get some supplies and build it. Yeah, man, you took a little detour and went crazy on building out your new PC, man, which looks pretty nice. For sure, looks pretty nice. So yeah, back to lights. I was like, the last 2 weeks, I'm like, oh man, Christmas is coming. He must have it all buttoned up. But it's November. I mean, it's a little warmer now than it should be, at least in the Midwest. So it doesn't really feel like November, but it definitely is. To kind of also need to see what decorations we have fully to fully plan the show. Yeah, because it can't just be lights. I mean, maybe it will be. Are you gonna do any of those big blow up snow globes, or the I forget what they're called, the plastic things you put in the yard? Blow glow? I don't know what they call it. They have a name. Yeah. Major Doob, hey, how's it going? I'm that guy that had a non-flash perk card that would not have worked with Proxmox and ZFS. Hey, all right. I'm the guy that has a non-flash perk card that would not have worked with Proxmox and ZFS. Wow. Did you get a new one? Cause mine's still in, I can't flash mine IT mode. But I got something else coming. But yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I had to use hardware RAID for mine for now. The Soccer Bomb. Anyone checking out the new ZFS NAS from QNAP? I think it's a TSH886. No, I haven't heard of it yet. Maybe I have. Well, I don't know if I've heard of it, but I might have seen it. Is it something that Tom on Lawrence Systems just talked about recently? I can't remember. But no, I haven't heard of it. Sounds awesome. Yeah, the more, yeah. So you guys know, I use TrueNAS. I'm all about it. I think it's pretty awesome. But I use, the only feature I use on there, I use it as a NAS, right? And network storage, and I use iSCSI, and then, network storage in general. And I recently upgraded it, and man, I kind of declared victory a little bit too early. I don't know if you guys use iSCSI on TrueNAS, but if you do, ooh-wee, don't go to 12 yet, because it is dog slow for iSCSI. And I don't mean to, I'm not dogging on the product because it's a great product, but I was super excited to upgrade. And then I was like, as soon as I was going to do it live on one Saturday. I ended up not doing it. Right after the stream, I did it. I'm like, sweet. And then after all of that, I did all of my network upgrades and everything. And so I didn't mess with TrueNAS. I was like, yeah, sweet, works, no problem. Well, then I started, recording my next video, dumping video on there. I'm like, why is this going to take an hour and a half? like something that should take like, you know, maybe 10 minutes to transfer. Kind of, I don't know. Anyways, long story short, yeah, I there's a bug with TrueNAS and iSCSI. I don't know if it's just the upgrade or if you do a clean install, you have the same thing, but oh man, it's dog slow. I think I get less than 100 megabit transfer speeds. Anyways, long story short, yeah, if you're thinking about upgrading and you use iSCSI, I would totally hold off for a while. I don't even know for how long. And when I looked on their Jira board, and they have a bug open for it. It's been open for a while, so I'm kind of scared. And then, you know, to top it all off, I did the bonehead move of like upgrading my Z pool too, because like after you upgrade it, it's like, hey, you can there's a ZFS feature upgrade for your Z pool. Do you want to do it? If you do this, you cannot go back. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? Of course I do. Of course I want this new feature. I have no idea what it is. And yeah, doing that kind of put the nail in the coffin for me for a while. So anyways, I'm rambling about TrueNAS when you're just talking about QNAP. Let me know about the device. Sounds awesome. I guess what reminded me of that was the more and more I hear about QNAP and Synology stuff, I'm kind of like, kind of sounds nice sometimes. Sometimes I just want a plain old NAS. Yeah. Anyways. TrueNAS is awesome. That's not the point. Soccer Bum already said that. HomeLab new. Pretty good. UK has gone on lockdown again. Yeah, I've seen it in the news. Crazy. But my girlfriend has moved in to spend it with me, so that's nice. Yeah, nice, dude. Bunking up. Nice, man. Major dude, well, stay safe for sure, because like yeah, they're yeah. Anyways, cases are spiking, so yeah, just stay safe. Major dude, crap, I keep thinking the send is enter. I'm the guy that has a non-flashed PERT card that would not have worked with Proxmox and ZFS. The parts and the PC Geek, the parts that PC Geek and you recommended came in. Oh, nice. I finally got it, finally get to set up my stuff. So that was like, what, the 310 or something like that? Yeah. So we were talking about that. I think it was like the 310. I think PC Geek was talking about it, and he said he flashed it. And I think it was the 310. You might want to do some fact checking on that. But yeah, I definitely, H200, there we go. All right, H200. I need me one of those too at some point, just for a backup. Let's see here. No Leo. No, another no. Here we go. No Leo. Not this weekend. Been looking at a MikroTik switches, considering getting 10 gig, 40 gig QSFP plus switch because YOLO. I hear ya. Because YOLO. That's pretty much the. Oh man, that's pretty much my project right now that I've been working on just because YOLO. It's like, why not? I mean, that seems to be the same thing with my network upgrade, everything lately. I'm just like, you know what? With my whole office redo and standing desk, because all of these things, I was just like, you know, and like you and like most people, or at least me for sure, I've just been holding off on making a commitment to make all these upgrades and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, maybe later, maybe if we move. And then once COVID hit and everything, I'm like, nope, now everything. Because like, who knows how long we're going to be in this house. But yeah, I hear ya. That sounds awesome. So you're getting 10 gigabit Ethernet and 40 gig over QSFP plus. Man, 40 gig. I don't even know what I would do with that. I was already trying to think like, how could I do NIC teaming and get 2 gig on my desktop, do some kind of, you know, NIC bonding, I think it's called, and then get 2 gig all the way back to my server. But I'm like, that doesn't help a ton. Oh man, that sounds awesome though. Sounds sweet for sure. Takano, also getting, hey, Shuckle Samurai, good evening all. Hey, how's it going? Shuckle Samurai, 3 months, man. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Man, 3 months already. That's crazy. Let's see here. Takano also got Elementary OS up and running. Yeah, nice. How do you like it? when you said that in Discord earlier today, I probably didn't say anything, but right away I'm Googling elementary OS. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it, and I'm like, oh man, this looks pretty sleek. And they're totally trying to make it look like Mac OS. I think they even have it on running on a Mac OS, but it looks pretty awesome. Is that like a variant of Ubuntu? I mean, they all stem from Debian, but is that a fork of Ubuntu too? Because it looked pretty good. But let's see, hopefully switching it for the majority of the time, and then Windows for gaming. Yeah, sounds awesome. Yeah, sounds awesome. Sounds very similar. I know that routine. HomeLab new, if you're virtualizing, this is at Cypher, make sure you don't play games with certain anti-cheat engines since they sometimes will ban you for using the VM. Yeah, good call on that one. It's funny because a lot of people call that out to me sometimes. They're like, if you do, they say that same thing. And I'm just like, man, that's so crazy. I'm just so curious how they detect it though. I'm so curious how they detect it. They must know. I mean, they've got a way when they install their agent, it probably just watches for certain processes, queries certain things. And it's like, okay, based on, your WMI config, isn't that it? WMI or something in Windows measurement and instrumentation, I think. Oh, I'm pulling this out from like 10 years ago. They'll do some WMI thing and they'll be like, yep, you're probably virtualized or something like that. But I'm curious, like how they detect it. I'm sure they don't tell you. They're not going to be like, well, here's how we detect that you're virtualized. But it's so crazy. And do they do that because they're worried about people botting or cheating that way and automating stuff? Because yeah, you totally could. But you could do that same thing on a physical host, I assume too. Toastface Gorilla, only a matter of time. Tim, you'll blow up soon. No, well, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm super happy. I couldn't be more happy, with the way things are going now. So yeah, I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, like I said, all of this is so new to me. So it's all really awesome. So yeah, I appreciate that though, for sure. Nolil, I need to swap back to Arch for normal use and Windows for gaming. Awesome. Why do people choose Arch out of curiosity? Is that the distribution that has rolling releases? I'm just curious. So why someone would choose Arch over something else? Or Fedora, another one. Yeah, why would people choose Fedora over something else? Curious. Toastface Grill, try to do a sexy TikTok. I've heard that helps. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It probably helps if you're, I won't even go into it, but it probably would help other people. Me, not so much. That's for sure. And yeah, not working on my latest TikTok anytime soon. XOR, Tim, so when the new server video coming? Yeah, soon. Soon. I'll say flat out, it won't be this weekend. Only because I've just started figuring some stuff out. I've just started putting some stuff together. And as you saw on Twitter, yeah, I am building a new server. So I have finalized something that I think I've been talking about for a couple of weeks. Finalized as in everything's right over there. If I could turn the camera, you'd see it. And I've been building and playing and figuring stuff out. So it's super fun. So it's coming. I just have to, it's going to take me a while. So with this one, I want to make sure I do it right. And, with my network one, I think it turned out pretty good, but I had to rush it, towards the end. And so I don't want to do that with this one. So soon. But I want to make sure it's right too. But yeah. So I'm super excited about that. It's been a long time. I think this is the longest build I've ever planned. Usually I'm when I've built PCs or built servers, I've thought about what I want for so long. And I've usually picked a product first. And I kind of know in my head, okay, it's going to be, this CPU, this RAM, or this CPU, this video card. And the rest I'll figure out, on game time decision. Sometimes the case, right? Everything else, I'm just like, okay, yep, RAM, cool. Yep, I'll go with that. It looks good. It's fast. It's bejeweled. It has RGB. Yep. But with this one, I kind of started, I was a little more planful, trying to think about, what I wanted. At least with my PC, my requirements are prior to this, were I want this video card and I want the CPU and make everything else work. Because I know that based on the reviews I've seen and the price point and the value and what I plan on doing, it is very easy to plan builds like that. This build, I had a lot more requirements, so I had to think more about, okay, what am I going to do with these machines? I felt like I was doing like enterprise resource planning or something. No, I don't know anything about that, but I felt like this one was a little more planful. Thinking about like what I needed from it, or what I needed from them, and everything else. And then the space requirement too was like an added layer, because I mean, you guys know, I've wanted 1U servers for a while, but I've never had to think about space with my desktop PC. I mean, I have built small form factor PCs before, friends, family, even my own, and I've had to plan stuff out too, I guess, for storage when I had my own big NAS before. But with a desktop PC, you're like, yeah, if it fits in a case, it's going to fit right here. And so, anyways, the 1U constraint that I've had for a while made it challenging, but made it super fun, and I'm super stoked about how it's turning out now. So anyways, I'm totally spilling the beans about everything XR. But I am excited, that's for sure. But man, I think we were talking about this in Discord the other day. I think Holy Merc was about spending so much money this month. Oh man, I hear you. I have been too. And it's like everyday boxes are arriving. Anyways, yeah, so soon. But I got one coming this weekend, and I hope it's okay. Cypher, Home Lab New, thanks for the heads up. I was mainly going to get down on some old AoE 2, all right, Diablo 2, StarCraft, etc. with him, and I had some bots, no online. Nice. Yeah, that sounds super fun. He's got a Chromebook, and we don't really have the space for a full desktop setup in his room, so his laptop with a mouse was the goal. Just going to be utilizing the hardware I've got on my Windows 10 VM. That sounds awesome. So on his Chromebook, he's going to remote in, probably over RDP, and then play. Because that sounds awesome. Man, that sounds awesome for sure. Because like that's one of the, I don't know, I think the most interesting, use cases for passing a GPU through to, to a virtual machine, I guess. Is just that. It's taking super low powered devices, basically turning them into terminals, and then getting that power from the server. Yeah, it's so awesome. I remember ESXi a while ago when I worked at this one company, they were doing it, and ESXi had something called, I think, Horizon Client or something, and I was like, I could do 3D stuff over the network, over RDP. Well, it was a Horizon client, so it was their own remote client that was fine-tuned, but it was awesome. But that sounds super awesome. It sounds super awesome to be able to play some games too with a friend and just sit down and play. Man, I was just thinking this morning, like, I haven't played games in so long. I need to take a break soon and just play some games for a day. John, just double the RAM. I'll have 256 gigs of DDR3 ECC total. Wow, man. Nice, dude. Dude, nice. 256. That is awesome. That's a ton. So man, how much RAM do you usually give your VMs? That's another thing. I'm just kind of like, well, if it's Windows, I'll give it 4 and then have it balloon up to 8. But I don't even know if ballooning is okay on with Windows. I guess, I don't know. Proxmox says there's bugs with it. I haven't experienced it, at least to my knowledge. It's kind of 20 gigs usually. That's probably hard drive space. Yeah. That's kind of what I do to mine, but I'm always kind of, I don't know. I feel like I think about it way too much. John, for mine, I do 500 gig boot disk, and a much bigger storage drive. 500 gig, jeez. Oh, this is on physical though, right? I think I was asking about virtual, but yeah, maybe. If not, man, you have a lot of space in there. Cypher, only the sweetest games, Tim's. Yeah, RPGs and RTSs. Yes, this is my kind of games for sure. XOR, I give 32 gigs for Ubuntu. Nice. If it needs more, add more. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's kind of like where I'm at now. I'm always super stingy on Linux though. Just like Windows, I kind of expect it to be just just a hog. So I'm like, here's 40. Yeah, I know I'll be coming back. You'll be coming back in, about 2 months asking me for more, and I'll give you 10 more. But Ubuntu, I'm always super stingy. I'm just like, here's 20. That's all you get. And it never asks for any more. But that's at least, different responsibilities for sure. Takano, for our neighborhood, they are doing a voting and decorations. First place gets $100, second 50, third 25. All right. So you're going for first, aren't you? You got to get first, man. You got to get first. BG Tackles IT, as far as I know, which isn't too much. It's a Linux distro with a bunch of tools pre-configured. It can be used for IDS, IPS, and log collection. Nice. So this is Security Onion. Planning to virtualize it along my pfSense VM and mirror traffic to it. I've always been curious to analyze my network traffic and wanted to separate it out from pfSense. Nice. Yeah, I should probably do that too. I get some lightweight IDS stuff with UDM, which is pretty okay. It's pretty interesting to see now per client, like who are they chatting with, what are they doing. It's it's a lot more detailed than something it's doing packet inspection and saying what protocols is this, this IP or this MAC address, what is it, what protocols is it using, what are its endpoints and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting to see, but not on that level. I would love to see that level too. Hopefully there's some sweet charts. I'll have to check out Security Onion. BG Tackles IT. And I also have a Windows Server Lab. Was offline for a long time. When I brought it back up, Active Directory domain was totally foobar. Oh yeah. Had to build a completely new AD force and domain controls. That does not sound like fun. That's a bummer. That is just like, well, you are offline for too long. Sorry. Isn't it? Maybe that's like a domain policy or something where they're like, hey, I haven't done anything in 90 days. I'm just going to totally self-destruct. I doubt it, but I thought there was something with domain controllers, like they couldn't be offline or at least contact. If they were offline and weren't able, oh no, that was PC. That was client machines. Like if they're weren't able to contact the domain controller, they would fall off the domain or something like that, or get locked out, or you have to rejoin them. It's been a while. Man, it's all coming back. PC Geek, I have QNAP NAS. They have security problems. okay, no, don't want a QNAP then. Lots of hack attempts on them. That's why I got rid of it. And my drives are running super hot, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's hot. Sly Human, finally. All right, what's up, Sly Human? PC Geek H200, yeah, I saw that earlier. Thank you so much. Big Tackles IT, I tried working with a QNAP NAS for a while and had lots of issues with connectivity. Ended up whiteboxing a Hyper-V VM host myself and do the storage with a Windows file server. Nice. I used to use storage bases. For a while I used it because it was super handy and it was just a bunch of disks, JBOD built into Windows. And then you can add caching and redundancy if you wanted to. I did it for a while. It worked out okay for me. And it's mainly because that machine had to run Windows. And I'm like, for something that I'm running now, so I kind of combined a lot of roles for it. I'm like, I'm not going to run 2 Windows machines. I'll just run one. And you'll do the iSCSI stuff. And you'll also do the storage spaces, which I thought was pretty okay. Pretty okay. Nolio, I'm considering getting a 36-bay Supermicro chassis. Wow. Crazy. I'm providing storage for a couple of groups, and I might use that for an NAS. 36-bay. That is insane. Is that in 4U? Because, like, how does that even work? Yeah, that's crazy. That sounds awesome. Shuckle Samurai, how's it going? Nolio? Several 4 or 5 disk data sets, several NVMEs to sustain it. Several 4 or 5 disk data sets with several NVMEs to sustain it. That is crazy. You are building out a huge storage cluster or storage in general. Nolio, one thing I've noticed with a lot of Supermicros is their backplane seems underpowered for the number of disks they support. The Stornator is crazy though. I remember Linus did a video on that a while back. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen where he's just dropped them off at other creators' houses and like, here, I'm going to set this up for you because you probably need it. And they're like, I have no idea what this thing is. But yeah, it sounds awesome. I don't know much about super micro backplanes, though. I don't. That's for sure. Big Tackles IT. Yeah, it is heavy SOB with all them drives. I bet. Yeah. Like I have the NetApp disk array, and without drives, the thing is heavy. Like that thing will break your foot if you drop it on there. I can't imagine it with drives. I mean, I only have 6 in there out of, I think, 24. But man, with that many drives, yeah, for sure, that'd be super heavy. Supermicro has a 90 bay chassis too. That's getting insane. That's crazy. I do like on the Supermicros though. Well, like I go back and forth about the Supermicros, how, you know, they actually have not only, you know, drives, but it has an actual server in there too, which, you know, I'm used to my disk array where it's like, no, it's over, I think QSFP plus or something like that. And it's just interesting to me that you would have that many drives and then have a full-blown OS in there too. But yeah, it would totally make sense. John, my 2U Supermicro box is hefty with the 12 discs in it. Yeah, man, so many people with Supermicro stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've looked at Supermicro stuff. It looks so awesome, but it's always so hard to figure out for me. Like, one, where you buy it, you know, 2, what part goes with what. And if you go to their site, you know, it's pretty, you know, their site's not consumer friendly. It's mostly for documentation and reference and to match parts, like a ton of part numbers. But I'm super interested in them for sure. I've never owned one. Nolio, I can't imagine the airflow needed to cool those. Yeah, me too. 36 drives just spinning away, be super hot. HomeLab New, I think a prime detection type is what, let me back up here. I think a prime detection type is what CPU you have, but apparently also some cycle timing information. Okay, I'm not following. Maybe I got thrown off a little bit on there. The PC Geek claps for what? Claps for Technicus in Discord because he got the GPU pass-through working. Finally, with all the help from everyone. Yeah, for sure. That's super awesome. It's always it's always nice to see when someone gets that done. Because I said that in Discord too. It's like that's one of the most involved things I've done yet on my home lab or any of my infrastructure at home. I'm just like, it's just tough. It's a tough one, and it's a big config game too. Because I like to break my OS when I update it. HomeLab New, I think they're worried about people modifying memory in a way that sits outside of what any OS level and touching. Oh, going back to gotcha. I gotcha. I think it's a prime detection is what CPU, but apparently some cycle timing information. Gotcha. So this is going, I'm sorry, I should have tracked that thread. This is going back to just detecting if games are being virtualized or not. Interesting. I'm worried about people modifying memory in a way that sits outside of what any OS level NIG could detect. Yeah, good call. Yeah, no, I didn't think about that. Nolio, nice thing about Arch is it more or less forces you to really understand your system, which I like. It requires a lot of maintenance though, which isn't for most people. Yeah, the more, I don't know, older I get, the less I am about maintenance on things. I just kind of want things to work. I still tinker a ton though. Way more than a lot of my friends, for sure. I enjoy tinkering, but at the same time, man, I want things to work. Like all of this today didn't work, and I should have known it wasn't going to work because it didn't work right on Saturday. I thought, maybe this time. I should have checked. Anyways, XOR, sweet. Looking forward to the video. Thank you. Yeah. I'm looking forward to filming it too, for sure. I just need to get some things straightened out. I've already kind of hit my first roadblock or speed bump. I'll say that. Not blocked, but speed bump. I need to figure out. Takano, have you seen the new Ryzen CPUs released today? I have. Yeah, I mean, I saw the headlines, and I saw that the bots already bought them out. So, scalper bots. At least that was according to another headline that I read too. XOR, on the topic of how they can detect if it's a VM, it would be WMI. Windows states it's running on virtual hardware. Yeah, yes. Reese, is the pod mic worth it? Absolutely. I totally think so. For a direct mic, I see your next one. I think so. Before this mic, I had a newer. It's so hard for me to say. Hey, colors, thank you so much. So I had a newer mic. I'm just gonna say newer for now on, but it doesn't make sense. It sounds like it's an adjective, but it's really proper noun. Anyways, I had a newer mic, Neewer. I mean, it's the cheapest mic you can get, but it was actually fantastic, and I had it for a while. Hey, Seagore, resub, 2 months. Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, Seagore, thank you. And I knew that I wanted to upgrade at some point, and I saw this mic, and I saw the reviews, and I was like, looks great. It's $99. And once I got it, I had to do a lot of adjustments. With my Go XLR, you need something to power it, like it needs phantom power, and my Go XLR can power it. But anyways, after I got it all set up, I'm just like, man, this thing, I think it's best in class for $99. I mean, I don't think you'll find a better microphone out there. I mean, unless you're just going to go with, I think, like a condenser mic, a USB one, and you just want to plug it in and it'll totally work. Yeah, for sure. But I think, I don't know. I personally think it's awesome, and it's by Rode. And I think it looks pretty decent, super solid. But this is a dynamic microphone, so you have to tweak it, and you have to talk really loud too. But anyways, I think it's worth it for sure. PG Tackles, yeah, Horizon VDI remote apps platform, yeah, nice. XOR, I'm out. See ya. Going on vacation, dude. Look, yeah, enjoy your vacation, man. Reese, blocking out background noise, yeah, this one helps with it too. I mean, you can kind of do some of that with noise gate and all this stuff. I have a noise gate. Well, you could kind of hear that, but anyways, I have a noise gate on, so you can't hear everything, and that kind of clips off some stuff too. So really quiet stuff, it'll clip off. Sometimes the beginning of your words it will clip off, but clips off background noise and some of the echoes too. I got big time echoes in here, but I'm going to work on that here soon. Cypher, if you're down to game, just let me know. If you're having the fixins for some cooperative games, we'll make it happen. Yeah, man, that sounds awesome. I do need some games soon for sure. I got to set aside the time to do it, but I do, because I miss it. I miss it a lot. I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, this is probably the longest streak I've gone in my life, and not played any games. Actually, no. When I went to Japan, I was there for 3 months, and so that was probably the longest streak because I didn't have access. But we did go to some arcades and stuff like that, or pachinko, places to play pachinko. That was a little different though. John, no, my VMs, but again, I'm careless with hard drive space because I have a 60 terabyte hard drive. Well, yeah, man, you have space for days. You have space for days. Gonna want to get first place for sure. Yeah. PC Geek, that's a policy. All right. Policy. Oh man, I'm losing my threads tonight. I'll get back on the next one. John, oh yeah, that's a policy. Okay, so this is going to Active Directory then. John, DCs will tombstone too. I had a user restore an old butt DC. It was 2 years out of date and totally broke. There are 4 other domain controllers. That's crazy. So I didn't know domain controllers also had that policy. I remember PCs did because back when I did tech support, some people would be like, they would go on like maternity leave and just bring their machine with them. And then they would come back and they're like, this thing's not joined to the domain anymore. And we had to rejoin to the domain. And it might even been, we might have had a shorter policy than 90. But I think maternity leave is what made us make it a little bit longer than 90 too. But now it's like, that was a long time ago. Now no one's disconnected for that long. And then if you have stuff like direct access, like they can communicate with the domain controller and stuff too. Oh, and this was with people that were like over VPN too, like 24/7 VPN, and something to do with the domain controller couldn't contact it. I don't know. That was a long time ago. A lot of Windows stuff I remember. PC Geek, you have to set an expiration policy, which most companies do in case someone forgets to remove a PC from the domain and disposed of it. On my ID, I have had machines, VM, domain joined that I don't use for a year. Sometimes they go back to the 80 controller no problem without being rejoined. Interesting. Yeah, I think so. I think we had a policy too that would move them into this. Oh man, it's all coming back to me. We had some policy that they were, if they couldn't contact the domain controller after so many days, they would go into this OU. I'm remembering all my acronyms now. Organizational unit. And they would go in there, and then we could like move them back into some other OU, and then I think run some kind of force update policy or something, and it would work. Anyways, can't believe I remember all this stuff. PC Geek, oh nice, John, gotta love MS. Yeah, John. I cursed this dude for a week. Oh my god. Oh man. Right, AD is so picky too. One thing can break everything literally. I totally agree. Totally agree. Holy Merc, Super Micro board is EATX too big. Yeah, I agree. Well, some of them. Yeah, extended ATX. Yeah, I think I've owned maybe one in my life. Maybe I can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a standard ATX. That even feels pretty big now. BG Tackles IT. In my case, I had 2 domain controllers that were offline for maybe a year. I'm not surprised if it had a heart attack coming back online. Yeah, crazy. Easier to rebuild than to troubleshoot the nuances of AD. Yeah, because you just build a new Windows Server and you run DC Promo or something like that? Look at me. I think I'm remembering all this stuff. It's all coming back to me. It's been a while. John, I have 2 2U Supermicro systems. I love Supermicro. It's good stuff. Yeah, nice. Holy Merc, I got 2 Supermicros with 2X L5640. Nice. Posted the build in Discord. Yeah, I'll check it out later for sure, man. Yeah, it's funny how like, well, I mean, I had no idea a lot of people own Supermicro. It was always just stuff I'd see, you know, on the internet. And then as soon as you start talking about it, people are like, yeah, I have them too. Yeah, they look interesting for sure. I just get a little overwhelmed when I look at their site and they're like, you know, when you try to mix and match parts and you're like, kind of want this case, I want this board. They usually pair them together, it seems like. But there are times when I think you can buy them separate, and that's where I get scared. I get scared because I'm like, I don't want to buy the wrong thing. But yeah, for sure. Awesome. So many people on them. Penguin Airlines. Hey, how's it going, man? How are you? How are you doing? Sorry, I got a cough. It has been many weeks since I played a game. Yeah, me too, man. All right, we're in this together. Restec, can you do a video about LDAP, SSO, etc.? Possibly. Maybe. I mean, I can definitely add it to my list of possible videos. I actually don't have it there. I know that LDAP and SSO, single sign-on, is super popular. I just don't have a need for LDAP here. And I know it. I mean, I know it's everywhere in the enterprise. But at the same time, like, oh man, I don't have a need for it here, but I will definitely add it to my list here. And it's funny because, was it you? No, Reese, someone in Discord would just, no, it wasn't you. Someone else was asking in Discord about how to set up LDAP to be able to, well, it was like, hey, I need this site I'm using requires LDAP. How do I set up an LDAP server? I was like, whoa, that is a big task just to get auth for one site. But I know it's super popular. But yeah, I wrote it down. Thank you for sure. Let's see here. Penguin Airlines, I think it's in this backlog. We just have to wait. Yeah, I have multiple backlogs. I have some that are more permanent than others, but yeah, this one will get on a permanent list. But when I get to that permanent list, I don't know. It's funny because I have a list. I mean, I honestly have a list of video ideas, and I was looking at it, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, because I'm like, okay, which one am I going to do next? And I was looking through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did all these and I never crossed them off. So now I'm like, oh yeah, I need to come up with more ideas. So I appreciate it. Yeah, always throw ideas at me, and you know, I'll do them when I can for sure. And even if it's not that video, you still, even ideas like that help out because it sparks other things. Penguin Rounds, I'm okay, bud. How are you doing? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Little worn down. Just long days. Lot going on, but I'm sure everyone else is feeling the same. Dude, your emotes are so good. Your emote game is so strong. Holy Merc, 1x board with a 2x Xeon, because it was cheaper on eBay and compatible with most ATX. Nice. Yeah, Holy Merc, the system that you're building though, was that a super micro board? Because that thing is awesome. The lights are so crazy. I'm sure. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I'm sure. I mean, I don't think you're going to keep the lights going crazy like a techno party like the whole entire time, but I did appreciate it for that video in Discord. I was like, oh my goodness, like that's a lot of lights. John Sigor, LOL. They are stupid loud. I need to do something about them. Yeah, it's Thursday for sure. Yeah, I hear you. It is. And usually I don't know, something. I got low energy today, and it's probably just because not enough sleep. Too much. Staying up late, getting up early, starting to catch up to me. Usually I'm pretty good about it. Last couple days, not so much. And then I cram pack so much stuff into it. But anyways, you guys, yeah, that's all boring stuff. So Holy Merc, oh yeah, so those are, that is a super microboard in there. Awesome. So you did exactly what I've always been scared to do, was like mix and match super micro, getting a piece at a time. But I guess you're right. If you just, like you knew the CPUs you wanted and you just needed a board, and then you're like, okay, it's whatever, extended ATX or it's normal ATX, and you just put it in a case. The only thing that I found though is like, if you want to do the other thing, like if you want to get a super micro case, I've noticed that their holes, I don't know what else to call them, don't line up with some standard board holes. It's the worst term for it ever. But their I/O panel doesn't match up with what they think an I/O panel should on other cases. And so that's what I guess has kind of scared me sometimes. But I should look again. Let's see here. Holy Merc. No, the techno music was to impress my 4-year-old. Oh yeah. Was he impressed? I hope he was impressed. Because it was pretty sweet. Takano, and yeah, took a detour to upgrade the PC case and such. Hopefully going to finish up the light show box soon. Yeah, man, you need to get on that because we need to get a win. Get a first place in the for all of us. John Gotcha, I have both systems in my man cave. It's on the other side of the house and I can still hear them. Yeah, not good. Not good. That's one thing I worry about my new system too. Like, I know the audio level of my servers right now and I'm okay with it. It might go up, it might go down, and I'm nervous about that, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope I can't hear my servers from where I'm at here, because they're 2 floors down, well, in the basement, and I hope I can. But when I fired it up here today for the first time ever, this one that I'm working on, I was like, holy moly, that's loud. And I'm like, please, fans, go lower. And then, you know, whatever. 3 minutes later, I was like, okay, that's better. Nolio, election stress has my sleep pretty whack the past couple days as well. Yeah, it's just uncertainty for sure. Takano also got the audio system figured out, just needed to figure out where I'm going to end up hiding everything since the box can't be outside due to not being weather resistant. Same for the audio amp. Might end up putting it in the garage. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, garage sounds good. Maybe put some speakers out on the outside. Holy Merc, IO matches with regular ATX. Nice. That's what I'm always worried about. But I was like looking at cases because I wanted a 1U Supermicro case, and then I wanted to do a custom build myself. And everything I read was like, people were like, you pretty much have to get the Supermicro board if you're going to get a 1U Supermicro rack mount case, because nothing else will line up, or you got to do something kind of crazy. I was always scared. John, if I close the door, it's okay. I got a little soundproofing going on. Nice. Yeah. For me, I'm pretty lucky now. I throw it in the basement and it's just like, I don't even worry about it. But at the same time, when I'm down there, it's not too bad. Takano, and it can't be inside the house since it's all mechanical, so it's going to be a lot of clicking. Oh yeah, because these are like real physical switches, man. Holy Merc, the Super Micro was 65 bucks, and then 2X Xeons for 15 bucks each. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Were they the 2650s? I think you said they were the 2650s, right? Because I saw similar ones, I think, on eBay. 2650 V3s or something like that, Xeons, for like 14, 15 bucks. I'm like, man, they're just giving this stuff away. No, Leo, once I get a house, I'll be soundproofing my server room as well. Yeah, it sounds, yeah, and then you might have to like worry about, cooling it too. It's the only thing that kind of stinks. Right now I don't have to, but if I ever move, I will have to figure that out all over again. Penguin Airlines, I'm excited and apprehensive about the future of ARM. Yeah, so much news this year. I think we'll be big league thinking of building an ARM hypervisor cluster. It's so funny you say that because I was kind of thinking through that. You know, I don't think about that a lot, but last night when I was going to bed, I'm like, man, I'm getting ready to build new servers on x86, on x86 processors, and that would be sweet to have an ARM server, but I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. And then I was like, this is me as I fall asleep, just thinking of the most random things ever. And I was like, well, I'll just figure that out in like 2021 or 2022. But yeah, it does sound interesting, especially for power, for sure. And heat. Takano, oh yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if you saw the audio system we got for free the other day. We're going to use those tiny speakers and put them under the fake rock. Nice. The big, like the big plastic ones I got for free as well. So that saved me 90 bucks. Yeah. Like the ones you see at Disney World, or the one I saw walking today when I was walking the dog. It's like, it's a fake rock with the speaker in it. Love it. Holy Merc, I5640. Nice. No, Leo, I'll be adding duct to it. Oh, a duct for airflow for now. Nice. Soccer Bomb, Sigor, music light show for the holidays in front and his house. Yeah. He's been going all out, and I either thought he was done or he was just like done with it. Like he either finished the project or he was just bailed on it because I hadn't heard about it. But then he was getting super excited about building his PC, and so super excited to see him. Yeah, for sure. Don't remember the name of it, but yeah. It's time to get back on it because you know what? It's November and the holiday season is just around the corner. Actually, it already started for retailers, which is kind of crazy. I was taking a mini break, now getting back into it. Yeah, I totally get it. I'm just grilling you for sure. Yeah, I know how it is too. And then you need a side project from the project, so you're not just totally engulfed in the current project. Penguin Airlines, I think we're almost there. Apple's going ARM, Nvidia to buy them for $42 billion. Microsoft announced a dedicated x86-64 emulation development, Raspberry Pi support for ESXi from VMware. Yeah, I totally agree. I think we're almost there too. I just don't know how, as like a consumer, like I want a server grade ARM CPU. You know what I mean? And it's like, besides like Pi, I've never looked into it, but I don't know how I would get one, like I guess a system on a chip board with what I need, because it would be awesome. Man, I better start like cross-compiling all my Docker containers for multiple architectures now, so I'm ready for it, which I should do anyways. That's a good thing to do. And a pretty easy thing to do, but for some reason I'm just like, whatever, x86, I know it's going to run on my stuff. But yeah, good call. Reese, Zen is going Pi 2. Zen is going to Pi 2. Nice. Yeah. I'm super excited. I want to see something, consumer friendly or even enterprise, just something we can buy. Cause right now it's like, you kind of gotta buy the cow right now, you can't buy the milk. You got to buy the cow right now. And the cow would be like buy an Apple, buy a Raspberry Pi, buy something that NVIDIA is running or some other system that I'm not aware of. So, but I guess that's how it'll be if they're embedded. I'm just, super confused, but I want to know more. And it does sound awesome. Chicano, I'll be posting updates here for sure. Right now, all the plugs are wired up and ready to just drop onto the outlet boxes, and then they get relay boards mounted, then wire up the plugs together and the lives to the relays, and we are good. All right. Man, so much work, man. You are a busy person. Busy bee. Busy bee. And on top of that, you took on another project. Now you're going back to the other project. Caught up on chat. Yeah, I'm getting there. Getting there. Takano, then comes the long part of programming the shows and such, but need to figure out where decorations are going and what we have. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Penguin Airlines. Yeah, home lab price ARM HCI sounds right up my alley. Yeah, I agree. Same with power too. And I know the touring ones are super popular, and you keep throwing in Pi, modules. Super popular, or at least on the internet, they're popular. It sounds interesting too. Pi 4 plus touring sounds super interesting, for sure. I've seen a lot on the internet, but I just, I want to get one in my hands at some point. And especially for power too. Because just think, man, if you could just keep adding, you had something like the, touring cluster, throw in a whole bunch of Pi modules, expand as you need, and you have some decent size storage, all solid state, pretty low power, at least it seems. Hey, John, gotta run. Catch you fellas in Discord. Peace. Yeah, thank you so much, dude. Yeah, thanks for being here. Takano, gonna be worth it. Though, then I can reuse it every year, for sure. Of course, if we move and such, we need to remake the shows, but the box should last a couple of years. Don't quote me on that. If you do use solid state relays, don't cheap out and get mechanical ones. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your post-mortem, or I should put a positive spin on that. Your retrospective after doing this, what you should have done and different, or what you could have done different, because you've gone through a lot. And I think, that's just how it is. You just learn as you go. Oh, man. Speaking of, I need a segue. So speaking of what I learned, everything, lessons learned. Lessons learned, there you go. I don't know why I was putting a negative spin on it. Usually in software, we'd say retrospective. I like lessons learned. Some people call it a post-mortem, which is not positive at all. I like retrospective, looking back. But lessons learned. I like lessons learned, for sure. Speaking of lessons learned, I have zero segues here. I have zero. It is kind of a bummer calling it a postmortem. Would have gone with solid ones, but they were out of stock everywhere. Yeah, man. So anyways, hey, I'm going to call it a night. I do have to wrap some stuff up for sure. And I know that you guys have a lot going on too. And it's getting a little bit later for a lot of you. Oh, here we go. Real quick, I'll get caught up. Nextcloud is really awesome. Totally worth it. I mounted to my Jellyfin Fosplex alternative server over a WebDAV and give me a GUI to add media. All as well, I can collaboratively edit docs with only Office. Nextcloud is awesome. I totally agree. Nextcloud is awesome. Just pull a Linus. I think I'm going to have to this time, but I will get caught up on these comments real quick, and then I think we'll call it. Penguin Islands, postmortem could be a positive if you're a necromancer. That's right. I like it. That's right. Thank you, Penguin Airlines. He's a glass half full kind of guy. Like it, for sure. Speaking of glass half full kind of person, I have no segue on that one. I have nothing on that one other than, hey, it is getting late. I am going to call it. I do appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I, again, apologize for being late and technical difficulties. It's something I got to figure out. Not your fault, but sorry if I made you wait like 10 minutes. But if you would like to continue the conversation, if you're new to the channel, I highly encourage you to join Discord. We have a Discord full of, I think we're up to like 2,000 people in the Discord now, which is insane. It's crazy. And it's awesome. So I encourage you to join. A lot of people talking about a lot of different tech. There's lots of high-tech stuff in there, lots of low-tech stuff in there. But just a lot of great people are really smart or are all passionate about technology, who like solving problems, like challenges, like bouncing ideas off each other, and even getting recommendations on hardware, software, and even getting some support and some stuff for people who have already figured some stuff out. So anyways, yep, there's a Discord link. Encourage you to join. Otherwise, I will be back on Saturday, 3 Central, 3 CST. And then I'll probably have something out for you guys Saturday morning, a new video. So I really appreciate it. Banana doesn't work. Maybe one day it will. Oh, you'll have to keep trying. You'll have to keep trying. Oh man, we're 2K catching up with Craft. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know what his is at. I got to check because I'm actually in his too. But anyways, which is, I never know. Yeah, anyways, that's a long story too. I'm like, should I be in crafts? Should I comment on his videos? I do. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's all weird. I don't want to do anything wrong. Anyways, internal struggles I have about stuff. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Takano, maybe one day we'll have a banana. Yeah, we should collab for sure. For sure. Yeah, I totally agree. And so, I might as well clarify. When I was saying that, I love Jeff. I love craft computing. He was one of the first people on the internet that was doing stuff that I was super interested in. The only person that I've ever reached out to on Twitter that has actually responded to me, he did immediately. He helped me get started with a couple of problems I was having when I was getting my channel started and getting some of my servers started. So absolutely, yeah, love Jeff and love Craft and everything he's doing. So my comment about that, I should clarify was, I'm in his Discord because I support him on Patreon because I want to, right? Not because I'll do it even if, even if I didn't get an invite to his Discord, I'll still support him because I want to see him succeed. And so I did that, and now I'm in his Discord, and I don't ever want him to feel awkward. that was my thing. So I'm like, and it like just auto invites you and sends you a link, and I was like, okay, well that's cool, yeah. And then I'm always like, I want to tell him great job and stuff in all his videos, but I'm like, do other creators comment on other people's creators' videos? I don't know the rules to this stuff. So that's why I felt like I should clarify, because like I watch all of Jeff's videos. I watch all of Craft Computing's videos. I love them. I like them. I thumbs up. I comment. I do all the stuff that I think, I do all the stuff I want to do as if I'm a normal person consuming his content. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, does this feel like self-promotion then? If I'm like, it's super weird. I feel like I need like another YouTube account, another Twitter account, so then I can follow and be this, other person and not come off as if I'm promoting myself. Anyways, struggles. Okay, no, it's not. All right, cool. Because yeah, anyways, those are the things I struggle with. And he would never think that. I just don't want it to be perceived that way. If I, go on other creators' pages that I like and I say, hey, great job, or that's awesome, or retweet your stuff or comment on your tweets. It's like, that's how I interact with people. So I don't know, still figuring this all out. I could go on all day about this stuff because this stuff is super new to me for sure. But anyways, thank you. Thank you. I know your respected boundary. I don't think you would feel awkward. Awesome. All right. Thank you for sure. Cause anyways, yeah, I thought I should clarify cause that sounded weird at first. But yeah, anyways, thank you for that. I will see you guys on Saturday. Have a fantastic night. And yeah, as always, be good to each other. Take care.